My granddad thought his legacy was all about acquiring all of these assets. Well, guess what? He died with absolutely nothing, literally not a damn thing to his name. Now, that's nothing against him. It's just the hard reality of how a majority of us were raised to determine and really define our legacy inside of this industry. But in order to win long-term and really build a legacy that you're proud of passing on to the next generation, you need to pull your head out of the sand. Now, the question is, what does legacy really even mean for you? For a lot of old timers, it's more about what they can actually physically hand down. This could be land, this could be equipment, or other physical assets. And that was my granddad's plan all along. He chased assets like they were the holy grail, trying to build a bigger and bigger operation every single year. And where did it get him? Well, ultimately, he lost it all and had nothing to show for it at the end of his life. And guess what? I'm not just talking about losing the farm. Those years that he spent obsessed with more, he torched a lot of the relationships with his kids, his family, and everyone in his life that mattered. Just being honest, they were not a priority in his life. By the end, he had nothing to actually pass on to his kids and ended his life broke and empty-handed with no legacy to really pass on. Now, if your idea of a legacy looks anything like this, then honestly, it's just time for you to wake up. The game has changed, the industry has changed, and the people within this game and industry have changed as well. It's not just about assets or things like that you're passing on anymore. It's about the lifestyle and lessons that you're passing on to your kids as well. You need to take a good hard look at your farm operation and the life that it's actually provided for you and your family. And one tough question that a lot of people have to face when they come into Legacy Farmer or when we're interviewing them to join Legacy Farmer is, based on where your operation is right now and the type of life it's provided for you up to this point, would you even honestly want your kids to come back and take it over? And that's a little bit of a gut check. That's a very difficult question and tough reality for a lot of people to face. But the reason we ask the question is because your kids are getting ready to make lifelong decisions based off of what you are telling them about the operation. And one question to add on top of the first one is your operation even financially sound? Because if it's not, it's a guarantee that you are not setting your kids up for success. You're honestly strapping them with a burden that they will have to be clawing their way out of for decades of their life. Now, at the end of the day, the ugly truth you need to acknowledge and answer is really, what type of gift are you passing on to your kids? We get so hung up on passing down physical assets that we actually forget completely about the equity in those assets that we're passing down, or the lack of equity that we're passing down as well. Now, picture this scenario with me. Imagine your farm operation is worth $10 million on paper, but you have leveraged your assets, aka taken on debt against them, at an 80% level. And at that level, honestly, the operation is drowning in debt. Now, the question for you is will your kids inheriting that operation really be a gift to them? Or are you passing on a sinking ship that is already 80% of the way underwater? With this type of scenario, you are not handing your kids a legacy. To be honest, you're handing them an absolute nightmare that is going to wreck their life across all areas of Core 4 that we talk about inside of Legacy Farmer. And Core 4 consists of body, being, balance, and then business. From a body perspective, your kids are most likely not going to care about taking care of themselves because the stress and the overwhelm that they're dealing with trying to carry this operation that's so leveraged is just going to consume them. From a being perspective and the stories that consume their mind on a day-to-day basis, you can take a guess at what those stories are going to be. It is going to stress them out and consume their mind and just run in circles in their mind on a daily basis. And then from a balance standpoint, in your child's relationship with their spouse and their kids going forward, you can guarantee that those very important relationships are going to be negatively impacted by this. And we've seen this happen time and time again. And then finally, business, how your kids are going to be able to actually turn the operation into a viable and financially thriving operation is going to take decades of work, a lot of luck, and just a lot of struggle and sacrifice that honestly, a majority of us do not want our kids to have to go through. Now, here's the hard reality for a majority of you watching this video. If you have this definition of legacy and you also have this type of problem inside your operation where it's too leveraged and your kids are coming back and they're honestly just inheriting debt, your legacy most likely won't live on for multiple generations like you want it to. And the really bad part of this is it won't be celebrated. It will be resented, but it's not too late. You can actually turn this around. And the first thing that you need to do is just acknowledge if you have any of these problems and really look and answer that question on, would I even want my kids to come back to this farm operation based on the the type of lifestyle that it's created for me. And that includes how your life has been across the core four: body, being, balance, and business. You have to get real and raw with the facts of how your life has been across these four areas. Now, like I said, you can get it turned around, but you have to get your act together. You have to get organized across every area of your business, especially the finances. And this is how we know you can set your kids up not only to just survive, but thrive financially going forward. Legacy Farmer and our proven system that we've implemented with hundreds of customers across the country over the past 5 to 6 years makes this process dead simple. All you have to do is click the link below this video, and you're gonna gain instant free access to a training where I'm gonna walk you through step by step what this process looks like and how you can use this to build the legacy that you actually want your kids to come back to. This isn't about just leaving behind a pile of stuff or physical assets like we've talked about. It's about leaving behind a life worth living. Do not let your kids inherit a mess. It's your responsibility to make it right now.